It's the New Green Whistle Show. Hello and welcome to another episode of the New Green Whistle Show. It is great to see you all again, and without further ado, I would like to introduce you to tonight's first band. They are the Papashangos. They are a five-piece from Bolton, and they claim to write songs of love, sex, and death. Though, in my opinion, there is only one word that could ever describe this band, and that is punk. Oh yes, their sound, their attitude, and their aggro are the megaphone, and the song name is The Message. A band that simply does not care in the most punk way possible, as you can see right here. So, without any further delay, roll the tape!
He wants to get fucked up! I want to get fucked up! Come on!
Now, ordinarily I would have something to say about this, but this is punk. And in my opinion, punk is a very, very specific thing. It is the expression of freedom of speech. It's a message, and to some degree it doesn't matter what the message is, it's just that the intensity of the message needs to make you want to scream, jump, and shout, and just tell the world. And that is what the Papashangos are doing with their message about getting fucked up. Well, I mean, this is Britain after all, what more is there to do apparently? Sure, you can argue that the music falls by the wayside, but why would you? This is punk rock. And to explain what I mean by that, here is Mr. Lee Ving from the band Phil.
Oh man, slow it down so they can hear the fucking song. This is punk rock, we don't slow anything down.
You can check out the Papashangos right here, and of course, in the description below. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have a five-piece from Canterbury. They are a, let me get this right, alt indie rock with punk and grunge influences. That's right. Might be the longest genre listing I've ever seen. I mean, genre's normally one, not five. I mean, it's like going into Starbucks and ordering, I don't know, a double espresso with soy, non-soy, full-fat milk with a caramel coffee shot and sprinkles on top that are sugar-free. Like that. Something like that. Either way.
Scott!
Walking down the road and I know it well. Little lady walking, I can see her tell. She's got eyes for the moon and the stars. Little lady walking, but she won't get far.
So, this is a poetic anti-Trump song regarding his anti-LGBT policies, according to the band. Now, I hate Trump as much as the next guy, but this really seems to be a little bit more about, recreating torture techniques from Guantanamo Bay than it seems to be going against Trump. Because I don't hear the word Trump, and I definitely don't hear any references. All I hear is the word population, which by this point has lost all meaning. I mean, seriously, you may as well just scream the word population because it would have like 10 times more meaning. You guys need to give a hook inflection and a purpose. Otherwise, a hook is just a hook and you're on the hook and there's nothing you can do about it. Bit over. Though, that being said, it's not all bad news. The music is good. It's pretty standard in my opinion though. Alt rock and grunge are both genres that are really, really, really close to my heart, and I think that if you look at the umbrella of bands that sit under this, such as Soundgarden, Placebo, Pixies, Alice in Chains, Nirvana, but to name them very few, they're all very different bands. There is not a whole lot to connect them musically, I would say, but actually it is in their pain and their wretched, wicked emotion that they find connection, they find common ground. And that's something that you guys have missed here, because you're not talking about your pain, you're not talking about pain that's even connected to you, really. It's far away. And that's something that is a real shame, because instead of going the grunge way, you've kind of gone the punk way, but you've forgotten that when you go the punk way, it's got to be something that directly affects you so that you can still put your emotion into it. In other words, what I'm trying to say to you is what tons of other people have said in the past, and not just to you, but to everyone. Write what you know. You aren't American. You aren't a little girl. You don't stalk little girls, I hope. I'm sure. I'm gonna say I'm sure, just for your benefit. So tell me what you are. I wanna know because I see the potential. You just gotta start with what you know. If you'd like to find out more about these guys or tell them that I'm wrong, you can most certainly hit them up here and in the description just down below. Now, next up we have ska, rave, rock, rappers, China Shop Bull from Leeds. Just roll that tape.
You could conquer what's wrong without banging the gun. Everything will move on. Are you staying alone? You could conquer what's wrong without banging the gun. You could conquer King Kong. Conquer King Kong, Mammoth the Mastodon. No matter what.
As you can see, these guys are hilarious, truly embracing the ska vibes of their contemporaries, whilst bringing in this lovely gritty rapping style of your man Obi Joe. Props to the Obi Joe. Overall, it's a kick-ass song and the video is definitely amongst the best ones that I've seen on the show so far. However, this does not mean they are golden. Sorry guys, I still am gonna wreck this a little bit. Much like the band from last week's episode, you guys have opted to bring in a musical... Yeah, it's a cockerel teasing a cat. Cock tease! The way that you went into your heavier section after the chorus, it was just underplayed for what it was leading to. You know, that transfer just wasn't strong enough, it wasn't big enough. I'd love to hear some double time drums, maybe the horns giving some punchy staccato, building us up until we get to that big point, because you've really got such a fantastic bass line there. It's a real shame that you're not going to complete that with everything else. Everything else seems to sit kind of static, and then and it's just a little bit too much. Nonetheless, definitely a band that I would absolutely love to see live, and you guys can check them out right here, and of course, in the description below. The finale of the show is here, and I'm gonna start with a riddle. What do you call three guys from Birmingham? No idea? Crimson Star is what you call them. These guys have really captured the stoner, alt-rock, grunge vibe perfectly, evoking memories of all the classic bands, and newer ones too, such as Trevor's Head. So without any further delay, let's get dogging.
I tear the skin from the bone just to feel you. Baby, give everything I own just to have you. I'd crawl 1,000 miles just to see you. Baby, just to see you.
Honestly, this is one of the best songs I've had the pleasure
That's the sound of the police.
of having on the show. It just keeps you going, blowing through everything in its path like a juggernaut of rock. That being said though, there's one thing that stops it from being absolutely, completely, unbelievably bloating, and that is that there's not much relief. The song is relentless and it pushes so hard and the big bad wolf got out of business and now my ears are going to shut down just a little bit. You guys have got to create some departure. You need to give people some space in the song. And I reference Queens of the Stone Age for that, where you have Go With The Flow and that song pushes, but in the chorus you get this kind of break. It slightly pulls back on the reins with the drums going tuku tuku da to tuku tuku da, which is a lovely relief from the da 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 we've had the whole rest of the time. But then it also makes it very exciting when we go back to that moment of da 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 da. So guys, great work. I want to see a little bit of change and you guys are going to be fucking amazing. Big props to you guys. I really see this going somewhere and I hope to see your names on that Desert Fest lineup with Trevor's Head soon. For more information on these guys, you can take a bark-tastic adventure to their Facebook page right here, or alternatively in the description below. Alright, that's all we have time for this week. We hope you've enjoyed the show and you've discovered some new green whistly music to take you over to next week. We upload every Friday 6 p.m. GMT, so make sure you subscribe. Go leave those juicy comments down below. And of course, absolutely destroy the like button. This has been the New Green Whistle Show. I have been Laurent. Thank you very much and good night, y'all.